here with Welcoming Wow, your vacation rental business coach. And I am so happy to be back with another Affiliates Club interview. And today we have Rachel with Up Close Marketing. And if you haven't heard about them, you definitely want to hear from Rachel and hear about all the good things that she gets to offer y'all. So, Rachel, tell us a little bit about yourself, how you got to this point in your career or your life,
Yeah.
and just let's share. Let's hear all about you.
Yeah. Well, first off, happy holidays. Thanks for having me on. I know you've been part of our network for a few years, so just really appreciate you having me. So yeah, the gist of it is we give free product to STR operators, hosts, property managers. It's pretty much the best job ever because I get to make everybody happy. The way I got started, kind of a fun story. So about 6 years ago, we invested in our first property. It was in Big Bear, California. I got a message from a friend through Facebook Messenger saying, "Hey, there's this company giving away free mattresses." I was like, sure. Why would they do that? But I'll check it out. It's free to sign up. Sure, I'll sign up. So I go on, and it was called Free Products for Hosts at the time. I get an email saying that I was selected for a free mattress. So it shows up, we install it. Incredible. How is this legit? How is this real? Why are they giving me free product? Marketing is my background. So I contacted the CEO of Free Products for Hosts, Justin Miller. Just kept emailing him, telling he had to hire me because what they're doing is incredible. Just being a host myself, being in the marketing world, I thought this product placement to get in front of consumers was just so unique. So he hired me 5 years ago. We went through a lot of transition. We changed the name of the company to Showplace. They went and focused more on the design and furnish, so helping hosts get started. So I have a lot of that background too, of just what type of amenities you want to put in. How do you get started as a host? So spoken to hundreds and hundreds of hosts, which has been fun. And then as of last August, Showplace really wanted to only focus on that. So then I branched off to Up Close Marketing and took more that sampling product placement side of the business. So we just started, even though I have 5 years experience doing it. And the concept is that I work with brands, match them with vacation rental properties. They give free product. So it can be laundry detergent, mattresses. We've done e-bikes, consumables like snacks, all free. The host then puts up a nice display in the property. And then the guest comes in and it's this surprise and delight of, wow, there's a gift for me and I get it all for free and enjoy it, which we all love those gifts when you first walk in. It's almost disappointing when you walk into a vacation rental and there's not just something left, even a bottle of water. So those little things really do make a difference. And that's what we're providing.
Yeah, nice. I love it. And you inspired me even just by saying how you just kept contacting the, CEO, like you gotta hire me. I love
Yeah,
that story.
sometimes
That's
it works.
awesome. It's, this time it did work. Yeah, and
Yeah.
we're really happy to have you as the face too, and I recently went to a local meetup for the North Atlantic, Florida host. And it was so cute because I walked in, and this is totally unscripted, by the way, but I walked into the thing, and this wasn't my first time, but it had been, they only have these meetups once a year. So it had been a year, maybe even 2 years since I was able to attend, with everybody. And I walk in and I see like a little thing set up telling everyone all about Up Close Marketing. And it was like, fabulous, and the host was like, well, do you have, I'm like, absolutely. I have,
Oh my
all their
goodness.
stuff from Up Close Marketing. I know. So it was
Yeah,
great.
I don't think you told me that. Do you remember the
I
host?
didn't tell you. Well, it's Fred. Fred is the one who,
Yep.
yeah, he's
So
been, he's been talking about your stuff for years, I believe. So yes,
love
big
Fred.
fan. Yeah.
He's been with us from the beginning. I actually met him in person for the first time when I just
Nice.
did an East Coast trip in St.
Yeah.
Augustine. So I got to
Yes.
see Fred. Yeah.
I know, fabulous. He's a character, but it's so great because, in some ways you think, well, there's so many hosts, but in a lot of ways, it's a small, community. And I love that people, like us get to connect, on this like this. So it's fabulous. But
Yeah.
to be
You
able to
actually
have free stuff.
Yeah, and you bring up a good
So good.
point because when we first started, it was kind of this secret, and hosts didn't want to tell other hosts about it because they wanted to get the free product for themselves and not have competition. But it
Yeah,
actually works opposite because the
yeah,
bigger my network, the bigger
yeah.
brands I can go after.
Sure. Yeah.
Because they're not talking just a couple samples, and we're talking hundreds
Right.
of thousands of samples to place.
Yeah.
So the more, the better. So
No,
if
that's it. Yeah.
yeah,
No, that's so good because I remember too when I first started, had my own business and I'm coaching people and I was reaching out and I was looking to talk to owners because I
mhm,
did like interviews just like this, but with owners because I want to, everyone has different strengths, different, things, different knowledge that we can share. And one of the first hosts that I interviewed, she was all like, "Yeah, well, I have a way that I get, free stuff for to be able to give, but she would not say how
yeah.
she got that free stuff. So I love thank you for making that point that,
Yeah.
the more all of us kind of work together, it
Mhm.
helps all of us. So,
Yeah.
I love that. The more hosts we can get, then the more stuff we could get. So,
I mean, we're a community that needs to work together, and I think for the
yeah.
most part, we do a great job with that.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
support each other. Yeah.
Well, and that's part of the purpose of this interview today is to be able to tell people. So, how can people, are your products, first of all, are the free products available to any hosts anywhere in the US? My first
Yes.
question.
Yeah.
Okay.
So right now we're just in the United States. My hope is to grow into Canada next, and who knows what happens after that. If you have a property in Alaska and Hawaii, you're not going to get as many, unfortunately. I also have a property in Hawaii, so it's even hard for me because I
Okay.
want the products in my own property, but
Yeah.
shipping is expensive. And so
Yeah.
you will see some that are very specific. Right now, we have two products. It's a chocolate and a tea. And they mostly want ski resorts, or the chocolate is just for Utah and Colorado hosts. So sometimes it's limited. We've
Sure.
also done some energy drinks in Coachella for Stagecoach and the
Mm.
Coachella
Okay.
Festival. We have one coming up. It's a really good one, and it's just for Anaheim. It's to focus on the Natural Product Expo that comes up, and all the visitors that come to Disneyland. So some are very specific, and then some are just first come, first serve. It's
I love it.
in the nation. You just have to be quick to get it.
Okay. This is good. This is good news. So, show us or tell us how do people find you and what do they have to do to start getting free products?
Yeah. So I'm going to share my screen.
Okay.
Let me do this. Okay. Let me know.
There we go.
Alrighty, here is the website. It is upclosemarketing.com with the marketing abbreviated as MKTG. So you just go here, you click on host sign up, and this is where you just create your free account, input your contact information, and then the next step would be entering your properties. So it will take you to this page. If you have 10 or more properties, feel free to just send an email to info@upclosemarketing.com and we can help onboard those for you just because it could take a while. So we want to help you. If you have less, you can just do one by one. And the more information you can add here on the right, the better, because sometimes brands will want just ski resorts or pet friendly, like we just did one with Red Barn. And so we needed to make sure that they were pet friendly properties. So once you do have them inputted, you can come back anytime, make edits, add more properties, delete, keep everything updated right here. And then when you're ready to get some of the free product, you go to free showcases up here on the left. Right now, we just have this face mask. It's a lip treatment with a sheet mask, and this will be launching hopefully in a few days. So keep your eye out. We do announce in our newsletter and on social media. So once you do sign up on our website, you'll get our newsletter. For this, what it looks like is it will show all the product that you get. We typically send a 3-month supply, and then it'll talk about what is required. So typically it's uploading photos of what the display looks like, putting up the marketing, giving out all the samples until they're gone, and then taking a quick survey, just letting us know from the host perspective, what did guests think? Did you like it? Would you want to offer this kind of product again? So the past showcases we've had, they're not all listed, But the recent ones was Tony's Chocolate, that was just for Colorado and Utah. And then we did a tea, which was for ski resorts. So those are now closed, and we have plenty more coming. Once you do have your deliverables, oops, sorry, wrong one. You go to York Showcases, and everything is here. So this is kind of your one stop. You just click on view, and you would upload photos here, take the survey, and that is it. So that is our site, and go sign up. Upload photos and take the survey. And that's pretty much it. We make it easy.
Nice. Okay. Yeah, I hadn't seen that new look yet. Because the way the properties are that I co-host, because that was another nice thing was, like I own a few properties, but then I co-host several others, and I was able to add them all in there, because they're part of my listings, and I'm able to get products for them as well and just make it so simple, which is great.
Yeah. Yeah, we work with a lot of co-hosts, which is nice because they're presenting something unique to the owner that they're
Mhm.
taking care of. There's a few logistics you just need to work out. When it's time to
Yeah.
ship the samples, who does it go to? You can send it to the cleaning crew, you can send it to yourself. It's just a matter of, okay, where do you need to get them? If you're a property manager, we're happy to send you pallets. So if you have a warehouse, we'll send you pallets.
Nice.
That is fine too. Yeah.
Nice. The garage is the warehouse. No.
Oh,
Nice.
yep.
Love it. Awesome. So you've been a host yourself for a while. How long?
So about 6 years.
Okay.
So six with Big Bear, and then about 2.5 years ago, we bought in Maui,
Okay.
and we're on the
Nice.
search for our third one. We don't know where yet.
One never knows. Depends on where you want to go visit sometimes. But who
Yeah,
wouldn't want to go to Maui? What a great spot to buy a property. Good for
yeah,
you.
we buy for selfish reasons, which is
Yeah.
not the best way to look at, the business, but it's our retirement plan.
Sure.
We strategize, where do we want to post up for months at a time and just travel the world. That's
Nice.
how we look at it. Yeah.
Awesome. Good. So since you've been a host yourself for a while now, what would be two pieces of advice that you would give to hosts other than go ahead and hurry up and sign up for up close marketing? What would be some advice that you would give hosts?
Yeah, so I'll start with kind of the background of hosting, and what I've learned throughout the years of working at Showplace and doing the free products is that the little things matter. Amenities are big. So don't skip on giving coffee and creamer and sugar, because a coffee bar is great. The last thing people want to do is run to the store to get a basic item. Provide that shampoo, conditioner, body wash. So, whatever you can do, it's not a huge cost, but it does make a big difference because your goal is those 5-star reviews. If you are seeing a struggle in your bookings, really look at your design. There's simple things you can do. You can add games. Wallpaper is just such an easy way to add a whole new look to a room. So just a few updates that you can make, and really promote that with professional photos. So always get those professional photos taken. Um, Moving kind of away from amenities, something I learned from my close friend Caitlin, who is a designer. I love this advice that she gave me, and it has saved me so much time. And it's putting QR codes around the property with things that would normally come up. So for our cabin, sometimes the pilot light goes off in the heater. So how do you light it? So I have a video showing how to light it. How do you do the outside propane fire pit? Same thing. It has saved me so much time, and guests actually really love it because instead of having to contact me, just scan that QR code and here's a nice video
Sure.
demonstrating. Yeah.
Yeah. Saves you time.
Yep. Yep. And then the last one, kind of just random, is use a fake name and don't use your real cell number. Because we had a really bad experience. It is
Mhm.
so easy to track somebody down with a phone number
Yeah.
alone. And if you leave a bad review, they
Yeah.
may not be happy. So don't always expose yourself out there because you're everywhere. And so you
Yeah.
can set up a Google phone number real easy.
Sure.
Fake name, or put it under more like a property management type of name or co-hosting name. Just some little advice that I've learned, and it has really helped us along the way.
Nice. Okay. Thank you for that. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Um, so what's a fun fact about you that maybe people, don't know?
Yeah, I mean, well, it's kind of obvious, but travel and hospitality, I mean, I love it so much.
Yeah.
One thing that we just really utilize is when it's a downtime in our properties, we home exchange. So I don't know if it's a really fun fact about me, but it's just something that we are so involved in because rather than a property sit empty, we home exchange and we get points and we travel the world. So, I mean, that is really the thing. And we go with our family, my kids. We're not afraid to bring them along and just do crazy adventures to places we would never think about going. So yeah, travel,
Interesting.
travel is my passion for sure.
Awesome. Well, then you've probably gotten to stay in quite a few vacation rentals or Airbnbs over the years
Oh,
that
so
have really. So tell us then, what was your very best Airbnb experience in your life?
yeah, it was probably, well, it was a home exchange. So we stayed there
Okay.
for from a home swap, but it was in Bali. It was a very unique
Oh,
place in Bali where it was on the beach and had this private pool. It had this amazing lady who came to cook. We got massages in there, but there was a day that it just downpoured. It rained so hard and we were looking on the beach and there's a bunch of local fishermen and they're trying to pull in their nets super fast. So we went out with the kids and helped them bring them in.
oh,
And as we were doing that, they're tossing some stuff from the nets. Like, what is this? They were tossing seahorses and all these cool fish. So my kids were gathering them and playing with these sea creatures that you would never have the opportunity. But it was just probably the coolest day that we ever did as a family. In a remote area, we would never think to travel or to book. It just came about.
so interesting.
Yeah.
Wow, yeah, that was probably quite the experience for the kids to have, and one that they'll probably talk about for forever too. Yeah,
Yeah.
so and that I guess that's, one of the really great things and what I always try to keep in mind as a host too is how much we're helping a lot of families to be able to make those memories together,
Right.
and that's probably what, other than, money and paying bills and that kind of stuff, what keeps me going all the time is to be able to help those families to make those memories. So
Yeah,
that's
and
awesome.
also family, your own family. I mean, my kids are seeing what we're doing, how we're investing money and running a business that hopefully one day they will inherit. And so we're training them just along the way. And hopefully they'll get some life skills from it too.
Sure. So is there anything that I didn't ask you about today that you really want to make sure that you tell people
Hmm.
about up close marketing or Rachel or opportunities as a host?
Yeah, probably people are now wondering, well, what can I get now and what's coming? So go on if you're in Colorado and Utah, go get some chocolate, go get some tea. The tea is for any within like 50 miles of a ski resort. And then fun ones, a really fun one coming is a face mask. It's with this just it's such a good company. So it's a face mask that you'll put on with a lip treatment. So these are for places that have women that travel together,
Sure.
or kind of think like a mother-daughter wanting to have a nice bonding moment while on
Nice.
vacation. So that's coming. Be on the lookout for that.
Oh,
And
fun.
yeah, I love working with hosts. So if there's any just questions or wanting to share, please reach out. We're on social media with Up Close Marketing as the handle. So please connect.
Awesome. I hope that face mask comes out soon because one of
Well,
the properties that I co-host, that we've decided to do like a little local Galentine's night at the property.
oh,
Partly to spread the word, connect with locals, that kind of thing. So that would be a really great property because it's definitely a very female themed, type of property too. So I hope we can get in on that for that property and be able to even have that to show off for our Galentine's night.
yeah. Well,
Might be
I'm sure you'll probably be able to get into
might
it.
be able to. Awesome. Well, thank you so much for your time today, Rachel. It's been great
Um,
talking to you again. And people go sign up for up close marketing. You definitely, won't be disappointed in the products that you're going to be able to receive. So I love it. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Of course.